Welcome back, everyone, after our unanticipated hiatus of a week there. Little internet trouble, but we're back on board, all of us, with great reception for episode 159 of Fine Music. Leading off, as always, Fred Whitlock.
This week I'm talking about Tracy Thorn, who was the lead singer of Everything But the Girl. There's news that they're reforming, her and her husband Ben Watt, to put out a new release under their group name, Everything But the Girl. But I'd like to take a look at her solo career. In 1982, she came out with her first solo album called Distant Shore. This is pre-meeting up with Ben Watt. It's a simple, raw and emotional recording. Her charm and emotion is already bubbling up in her songs. And it's a clear link to what she ends up doing on the first few albums of Everything But the Girl. It's breezy, quirky. And then in 2007, she came out with Out of the Woods. It's a later album in her career. And just like Everything But the Girl became a dance club electronic group after being kind of a folksy bossa nova acoustic group, they became a dance group. So she has a lot of dance drumming on this album, and but her voice sails and it reflects the sweet bitterness against those rhythms. And the album has a sense of celebration. It's great, and she's really in her element here. Love and Its Opposites came out in 2010. And again, it's her rich voice that carries the record. It brings the songs to life. And in her own words, this is an album about life after 40. It's about, she has a strange selection of subjects: commitment, family, hormones, being a mom, middle-aged. One of her lyrics reads, "I wish you could help me out of this dress. I wish you could help me out of this mess." Then in 2012, she comes out with an album called Tinsel and Light. It's somewhat of a Christmas album, but it's a year-round seasonal winter album, actually. She does a lot of contemporary indie pop songs with a couple of Christmas songs. And it's her smoky voice, once again, carries the album. And not all these songs on this album are uplifting. As one reviewer said, it isn't all sleigh bells and Santa. She mixes up happiness with her sorrow, seasonal sorrow. And it's against these darker songs that the album really glows. She does songs by the White Stripes, Joni Mitchell, and the group Low. It's her amber voice and her moodiness that makes this album something to listen to. In 2018, she came out at the age of 55 with one more solo album called, and it has a wicked outlook on middle-aged life. And it's a showcase again for her. She's defiant in her lyrics. She has a stylish pop observation at a woman who's a feminist, yet much grounded in family. Killer programming runs through the album. It's got a dance beat that a rich inner dimension that just seems to grab me. And it's her wit and intelligence in her songwriting just really carries the album record. It's a fantastic career she's had solo. And if, like I said, if you like Everything But the Girls, you'll like Tracy Thorn.
Okay.
Any comments from the gallery?
Read that. What was the line about the dress?
that?
What was that line? It's
Oh, what was the lyric?
yeah. What was the line?
Yeah.
Help me out of this dress, get me out of this mess.
It reminded me right away of the line in Allison by Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
I heard you let that little friend of mine take off your party dress.
Yeah.
You know,
So
depending on the
every-
way you say that, it has all totally different implications.
Yep.
Angry, you know.
So
Everything,
Thorn with an E or just Thorn like?
Without an E,
Without an E.
Thorn.
Okay.
Yeah. Her and her husband, well, they became boyfriend and girlfriend when they formed Everything But the Girl, and then they got married and they have a couple of kids, I think. And
Okay.
now I read somewhere that they're reforming together and going to come out with a new album this year.
Are they based in LA?
No, oh no, they're British.
Oh, okay. Didn't know.
Okay. So was her
For the-
first album that you mentioned
Oh.
under the Tracy Thorn name, and is that kind of why she kept it? You just
Distant Shore was recorded before she joined up with Ben Watt.
Right.
That was her first album.
so, but that was
in-
under.
she was in a group called, I think, the Marine Girls.
Oh,
And
okay.
then she went solo, and then her and Ben Watt formed the group, the
Okay.
duo. And they were kind of folk pop, bossa nova, jazzy, and then they teamed up with Massive Attack and had a huge hit. And then they became,
Okay.
most of their later albums had that dance, trip, trap, hip hop type beat, dance
Yeah.
club beat.
I have to admit I'm not initiated with Everything But the Girls. Or anything you can say about them for the uninitiated like myself?
Oh, I really enjoy them. I have several of their albums. And they're, like I said, their early period. There's a difference between their earlier period and their later period. Later in the period, they became a dance club type
Mhm.
beat to their albums, and were, I guess, they were a big hit in dance clubs in England and elsewhere.
Yeah, I've
They had
definitely
a
heard
lot
of Massive
DJs
Attack.
working with them, and Ben Watt did a lot on electronic beats on their later albums. I think their biggest hit was Missing, a song called
Missing.
Missing.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the name, but I haven't really listened to them.
Yeah.
So.
Same here.
Yeah, I didn't pay much attention to them, when they were putting albums out. I came into their career late and started collecting that here and there. And
Yeah.
It happens. It
then I
happens
realized he
to
was
us all.
putting up solo albums out, and I started collecting them.
All right, then 159, all about Everything But the Girl. But the girl is Tracy Thorn.
Yeah.
Got that, everybody?
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. Moving on.